Hi everybody, happy Father's Day to the dads out there, and hope everybody else is having a great Sunday. Um, as you know, I've been on vacation at the beach the whole week, and now I'm back home. But throughout the entire week, I kept thinking about one theme that seemed to kind of was a catch-all for everything that happened. And a lot of what I was thinking about was managing expectations. And gave it a lot of thought because, well, first of all, I think when I think of expectations, I think of them as being kind of like a special kind of hope that we attach to people and events, and in a way that we so strongly hope that they turn out the way we want them to, whatever that may be. It could be in a good way, it could be in a bad way. Most of the time we think about it being in a good way. So, you know, for example, you expect that you're going to get a raise or a promotion at work because you put in the time, you've done all the things that you're supposed to, you've excelled, and you don't get it. And how do you feel? I mean, you expected it because you did all the right things, and you feel probably pissed off. But, you know, underneath that pissed off is extreme disappointment because you didn't get what you wanted to get. And, you know, conversely, we can attach a kind of negative connotation to expectations as well. So in a way that because something has happened often, or we tell ourselves, this always happens to me, we're expecting it to continue to happen. This is the story we're telling ourselves in our mind, and it's almost like we're making it happen. So my dogs come over to say hello, and I'm all sweaty and she's all furry. Not a good combination, but but when we tell ourselves we always do this, that just using that word always is setting ourselves up for you know, unhealthy thinking, because the only thing that really always happens is the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Anything in between that is not an always thing. So that would be kind of the negative spin on expectations. And so this vacation that I had at the beach was very different than I've always had. It was supposed to be a family vacation, which it was, but up until this point, my family vacations, or our family vacations, have been my kids, me, and my dog. And we've gone to the beach, we've gone to the mountains, you know, whatever we've done it together. And so I, of course, you know, when I initially made the reservations for our vacation, I talked to my kids, and this is the last vacation that we're really going to have as a nuclear family as we know it, because a lot of you know that my son is reporting for duty essentially at the Merchant Marine Academy July 9th, so he's got 3 more weeks with us, and then his life takes a turn for the next adventure, and we don't know what that's going to be. And my daughter, she's, you know, spending lots of time with her boyfriend, and who knows what that's going to happen. So, you know, I was wanting to have a family vacation to spend time with them before they go off and do their life things, you know. And so I don't know that I had an expectation, but I knew that my goal was to spend time with them in whatever capacity that worked out for all of us. So, you know, what was my goal? And really focusing on the goal was what really helped me manage my thinking. My goal, I had a couple of: spend time with my kids, make it memorable for all of us, good memories, you know, have something that they can look back on and go, oh yeah, remember that time? Wasn't that fun? And, you know, however that's going to be. And it was not the way I expected, you know, having my daughter and my son with me. My daughter wanted to bring her boyfriend, and I was like, okay, that's fine. My son wanted to bring, it started out with one friend, and I said, that's fine, because he wanted to spend time with his friends also before he goes away. And so there was a flexibility there that I needed to make sure that I was putting into this situation. So it started out with one of his friends, then it morphed into, hey, can so-and-so come too? So there was 2, 3, 4, and then at the last minute, it was a 5th. So 5 boys and me, and there was an overlap. So my daughter came up first with her boyfriend. We spent 3 days together, them kind of doing their thing, which was kind of my thing too, and just being chill. It was really nice. And then my son drove up the day that she and her boyfriend left, which was perfect timing because we only had 2 rooms and they had a lot of bodies in that one room. Camping style. But so, and they were off doing their thing. So it was really, everybody's doing their thing. Sometimes, our paths cross and we do our things together, and that's great. But I was not wanting them to, take care of me. I wanted them to have fun with their friends and make the most of it. Was their vacation too. So putting that all in perspective, that was really important. And my son, he was so sweet. We would have coffee together in the mornings before his friends went out and did their thing, and he said, this is the time that I'm setting aside basically to spend with you. I'm going to do this with you every morning. And that was really special. And I have to say it was challenging to be with 5 18-year-old boys with 1 bathroom. I'm living to tell the tale, so it was livable. It was not ideal, for what I would have envisioned, but again, keeping the goal in mind. What do I want? I want them to have a memorable vacation that they can, with my son and his besties. They're a great group of kids, really, really good kids, and they're going to talk about this vacation for the rest of their lives. I mean, there was on the very last evening, it was a Baywatch scene, and my son and one of his friends were involved in a rescue. They were the ones getting rescued, and so that's probably another video that I can get into. That was pretty wild, but we're all okay. But anyway, that's really managing expectations of, I could have gotten irritated with the bathroom situation, but I realized that was a small price to pay for, the return of the memories that my son and his friends were having, and me too. So it was wonderful. We were all doing our thing, having a great time. And some of the negative expectations that I would have to address with this vacation was, I did find myself saying, the car's we're gonna have car trouble. One of us, my son, my daughter, or her boyfriend, whoever was driving up, we're gonna have car trouble, because that has happened. It doesn't always happen, but it has happened 2 times when we've been on vacation, and one was in Ocean City. That really sucked. That sucked bad. And then the other time was in the middle of nowhere, Virginia, southwestern mountains, and it ruined both vacations. But that, if I had allowed those thoughts to continue, I could have really stressed myself out in creating a scenario that has not actually happened based on past experiences. So but I did have that initial feeling when I thought about, car trouble, that anxiety, that fear, that like the tightening of the chest feeling, and had to remind myself, no, this hasn't happened. If it happens, we'll deal with it, but until it happens, we're just going to keep going like we're on vacation. And that really does work, but it does take some effort to manage your mind like that. And then the other thing that I found myself, I don't know that it was an expectation, but usually one of us has severe sunburn somehow. My son and my skin are both very, very fair. Neither one of us got sunburn. It's the miracle of sunblock, right? Factor 50 works. But yeah, all in all, it was a fantastic time. But it's because, kept it real, kept it just doing our thing, took this as a time to, connect with my kids in the way that they wanted to connect with me too. So I hope that helped somebody think about expectations and the feelings that you get from it, or the the fact that it makes you disappointed when you don't get your way. And there are ways to think about not getting your way, and it's not always a bad thing. It's evolution, it's resiliency. So got a ton of laundry yet to do. So I'll cut this short, but it's good to be back. Wish I was still at the beach, but it's good to be home again. So take care, everyone. Talk to you soon. And again, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Bye.